folks, welcome back to another Music Maker guitar video. It's Theory Thursday. It's also 335 Thursday. I've got my trusty 335, my Uncle Rick's 335. Anyways, that said, I wanted to explore a little bit of this super, ultra, hyper, mega, meta, modal theory today. It's actually really cool stuff. Jacob Collier talks about it, and there's another video which explores it on piano, so I'll link that in the description because it's a really cool video and it's a really cool concept. I think I approach it in a slightly different way, but from what I understand, a super, ultra, hyper, mega, meta mode is sort of a mode which it changes key according to octave. And so what's going to happen is where you change key is according to where the characteristic half step of the mode happens. For instance, in the intro, I was playing super, ultra, hyper, mega, meta Dorian mode, which I think the most characteristic modal interval there is the natural 6 going to flat 7. Resolving there normally, but then if we take this and now make D the root, and now here again we're taking the half step, and where this half step happens we're essentially equating that to major 7 leading back home in a new key, but it's very specific according to octave. And actually, it's really a cool concept because the only other kind of music that I can think of that's really specific about things that you do in specific octaves is like some of the Eastern music, Indian music, and Middle Eastern music does this in particular. They have like specific rules for specific octaves, and this is kind of like a different harmony for different octaves. So it's really an interesting concept. And for piano, I think you can probably take it a bit further because there's a bigger range on piano. For guitar, for something like a super ultra hyper mega meta Lydian scale, for instance, you really only have like 4, maybe 3.5 octaves to work with of scale. So it only really gets like super, ultra, hyper, and part of mega. We don't really get to the meta part on guitar, not without maybe help of an octave pedal or some kind of pitch shifting or something, which I'm not even going to fathom how the heck to do that. Maybe there's some other guitar player who's awesome with effects who is going to go out in there and give me a lesson on that. So if you're out there, please leave me a comment, and I'd love to see that. But that said, I think it's a really cool thing to explore for guitar, because what's really amazing is like it gives you some different colors to work with for maybe like different sections of what you might play. And what's always cool is to mix it with things that you already know. So for instance, again, at the end of what I was just doing with that super, ultra, hyper, mega Dorian mode was just relating it back to a regular old pentatonic scale because I'm a guitar player and pentatonic scales sound cool. Insert pentatonic scale meme here, you know what I mean? And then if you know where that relates, like I know that goes to, we're getting B flat Dorian-ish territory. And you can get A flat Dorian, because that's the next interpolation of Dorian mode there. Then you can relate that back to just regular old like regular old E E minor pentatonic. Regular old shape number 1 that everybody learns on day 1. Because those always work, they always sound cool. It just maybe gives you another color. And again, the octave that you're in matters. So if I'm here, this is like the second, so now I'm in super Dorian, right? 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 And then I can relate those there. Different color, you know, and then you're just in a regular Dorian mode. That's easy stuff. Or you can play in C. So I'm playing C Dorian and resolving to E minor pentatonic. Again, the best things in music, they happen when you mix. You know, these are only theories, so they only work when you kind of start putting them into use. So I encourage you, go experiment. I'm playing around with super, ultra, hyper, mega, meta Dorian mode. Maybe you want to check out Lydian, or maybe you want to check out Mixolydian, where the flex point would be between the flat 7 and the 6, right? That's just playing up the scale, so you can imagine what you can do, you know, if you start mixing notes around and doing all of that. Anyways, that's going to be all for today's video. I encourage you, go practice, go do that stuff, hit the woodshed. I'm gonna be here.